Hey everybody, it's Chugga Conroy. Welcome back to more The Legend of Zelda: Link's Awakening. In the last episode, we went to the mysterious forest and got ourselves the tail key, as you see off to the right. In this episode, we're going to be heading back into town to do some fishing. Faked you out, didn't I? Okay. In all seriousness, there I go saying that again. We're off to a good start. If you head to the north here in town to an area that we haven't been to yet, we have a fisherman right here. You need 10 rupees to do this. Now, this can take a few tries, so I didn't want to do this right away. You can do this immediately, and I probably could have done it in the first video if I wanted to rupee grind enough, but I wanted to wait before we actually got a good amount of rupees before doing that. As he was saying right there, we aim with the D-pad, or in my case, the circle pad. We press A to cast and all that. No. Go away. Go away. Go away. Wow, I've actually never seen them get away before. Basically, if you get a small fish, you get rewarded with 5 rupees. You have a net loss of 5, but at least it doesn't get away like mine did. So, there's that. But you have these big fish here that you can also catch. Should you get one of those, specifically the one right here, let's see what'll happen. Oh, no, okay, good. It's the other one that... Okay, so... I need a button masher here, which is not the easiest thing in the world to do with the way I'm recording this. Okay, good. Oh, it's a big one, and it has a piece of heart, too. You get a 20 rupee prize on top of that. Okay, so at least we got all of our money back. Should you want to catch the other one, you get a 20 rupee prize, but no piece of heart. So there you go. You have to have more passion, live a little. Gotta have the passion for fashion. Why did I say that? Okay. Anyway. So, now that we're done here in town and we've done our fishing minigame, every Zelda game's gotta have one. Well, except for Majora's Mask. Well, Majora's Mask was planned to have one, actually. Well, Wind Waker doesn't have one. Oh, well. Anyway, so we have the Tail Cave this way. So, I'd say that following that sign is probably the way to go. Just a hunch. I'm not entirely sure about that. There's ourselves some rupees right here. What happens if we use the magic powder on these guys? We're having calamari tonight! Yeah, the magic powder, like I said, has different effects on different enemies. Hey, I'll take that. Guardian Acorn, I will gladly take that. Now, just saying this, you can get magic powder early if you go to that trendy game, like I said. And also, this tree all alone looks very suspicious. Maybe it'll be used for something later. But yeah, you can go ahead and get more magic powder if you want to from that trendy game. You also can go bring toadstools from the mysterious forest over to that witch should you want some. But I'd recommend having at least a little bit going in here because we are at the entrance to Tail Cave. Now, if you come here actually before you have the key to the door, you'll see a very funny typo. Huh? A keyhole here? It says Tail Keyhole. Seriously? It's a good thing we have Tomato doing retranslations for these old games. I just thought it was worth showing that really quick. Without any more interruptions, though, into the first dungeon. Tail Cave. Calls them levels here for some reason. So starting off Tail Cave, we want to head on over to the right here. These enemies, you cannot harm them in their current state. Well, I guess you could maybe with magic powder. I don't know, I'll have to test that out. I've never tried using magic powder on them. But you just knock them off the cliff, that's all you need. We got some Zols right here. Get rid of them, and we get ourselves the compass. Now, this is actually the first Zelda game to use the compass for anything other than showing where the boss's room is. This will show us where the treasure chests are, it'll show us where the boss is, and it also will chime if a key is hidden in the room that we have just entered. So, this is one of the most useful things in a dungeon. It's funny, though, because the compass was kind of not really important until Link's Awakening came around, and Link's Awakening kind of changed all that. But before I go on, I do want to try and see what happens if I... Okay, no effect. I figured as much. I just thought it was worth trying. I've lost quite a bit of health testing that out as well. We got some little red Zols right here. We hear that there's a chime in this room, so how about we try to find the key, find the key... Are you serious?! Okay, that is how you're supposed to do that. I can't believe that. I already have a death. I usually don't die in the Tail Cave, I swear. Anyway, that's where the small key is that the compass was alerting us of. My god, that was terrible. As you can see right here, if we check the map, you can see that there is a treasure chest to the north of us and to the east of us. So how about we head east and see what is over there? We got some Stalfos right here. Get used to seeing these. You're going to see them a lot throughout the game. This is kind of before Stalfos were like that all-powerful super enemy that you just hated fighting, especially if you were doing a 3-heart run in Ocarina of Time. In this game, they're not quite like that. But we have the dungeon map. Right here. You can now look at the entire layout of the dungeon. I don't know, is it supposed to look like a tail of some kind? I guess it kind of looks like a fish with a tail at the end. I don't know. I kind of always assume that's what it's going to be. And color change, go! Yeah, for some reason it turned gray when you walked through that. But, hey, I guess you can't really blame the Game Boy Color because it was very limited in what it could do. Let's head over this way, use our key. And once again, Stalfos have the ability to, well, they're jumping around all over the place. You cannot harm them in the air yet. Foreshadowing. You also can't get over that pit yet. You see where I'm going with this? Well, if you didn't see where I was going with it, we have a new enemy right here. These guys, you have to make all three of them land on the same suit at the same time. If you are really bad at the timing, you can charge up a spin attack and just get all three of them in it. Third time's the charm! Yes, it is! Okay, so if you can get all three of them in a spin attack, it's really easy. For that, you get an item that's only in Link's Awakening, to my knowledge. I don't know, is it in the Oracle games? I don't remember, actually. I haven't played the Oracle games in a long time. We found the Stone Beak, so we will go ahead and let's find the owl statue that it belongs to. Really? Turn aside the spined ones with a shield. So, we can now find statues of Kibora throughout these dungeons, and he will give us various hints. So, once again, yet another hint system in place. Like I said, accessible classic Zelda game. I think this is where Zelda was trying to start being accessible to more people than just those who bought player's guides. Get yet another small key right here. And where do we want to go? Let's see. I think I will check to the north, but as you see right there, there's a treasure chest, and the chime tells us that there's a small key here. We should, or at least a key in general. We should keep that in mind for later. We can't really do anything about that now. To the south, we have a pointless room that you actually don't need to go to. There's no items in there, and it's not imperative for you to go through it anyway. I suppose I could show it. Okay, really quick. I don't mean to interrupt my thoughts, but 20 rupees. Joy! How is it that 50 rupees is just very nice, but 20 rupees is joy in all caps? I don't know, I don't get it. But this pointless room has these keys in it. That's really about it. You have that. And it's either I didn't take any damage from the Guardian because I have the Guardian Acorn. Right over here, we have a crack in the wall. We can't do anything about this yet, so remember that this is here. But if you were ever wondering if there is a wall that has anything strange about it, a normal wall makes that sound. A cracked wall makes that more echoey sound. So keep that in mind. That's just kind of a good time to bring that up. Take out the keys. We now have 100 rupees. Woohoo! Let's make it so that guy does not bother us, and let's go in here. So we're going through the Tail Cave. You know, nothing too out of the ordinary yet. This is typical top-down Zelda fare. You know, we haven't really had anything out of the ordinary quite yet. We had the owl beak. You know, he's telling us right here that if we can't open it, try to move a stone block. We'll do that and complete the pattern. We go through here and check it out. We have these spined ones that the other owl statue told us about. We can flip them over with our shield, and we can make that one go down a pit. What do you have to say? Redundant hints! Yeah, I don't know why they bothered telling you that right there. I don't know if they didn't think you'd remember, but oh well. And check it out! It's Goombas. Now, something about Link's Awakening is, for the first time, you have the pleasure of killing a Goomba with a sword. But, should you go the Mario route and stomp on their... Excuse me! If you go the Mario route and stomp on their heads, they will always drop a heart. So, should you ever be in need of hearts, if you can just find Goombas, you don't need to worry about that. So, as you see right here, Ocarina of Time had a horse. Wind Waker had a boat. Skyward Sword had a bird. This game has freaking classic side-scrolling Mario levels. Yeah, pretty dang cool. And with that, we get ourselves the Rock's Feather. With this, we now have the ability to jump. We can now jump over obstacles, and if there's an obstacle with, or an object with wings, we can now jump up and collect it. That heart is actually misleading. Typically, flying hearts will not recover just one heart. They will recover... I think it's 3 hearts? I forget if it's 3 or 4, though, but they recover more than one, which I always thought was kind of unusual that just because a heart has wings, well, yeah. But now that we can jump, this is no longer a problem for us. We can jump over all kinds of areas and take all kinds of shortcuts. Wow, that sucked. So we can take all kinds of shortcuts. We're no longer limited in some ways that we were before. We can kind of just go all over and do as we please now. On top of this, as you would guess, if I can find one, yes I can, you can actually attack Stalfos while they jump now. So Stalfos are no longer as much of a problem as they were. Granted, there are some enemies that, you know, we can't really have an advantage on by jumping, but still, I thought it was kind of cool, and I lost my Guardian Acorn because I took damage there. So, sorry about that. I actually just wanted to find a Stalfos to show that that actually isn't the way we're supposed to go. If we head over here, we can put a key into this rock. I have no idea whose idea that was, but hey. And here we get the Nightmare's key. Not a boss, the Nightmare. You see, the Windfish is sleeping and we need to wake it up, and the bosses are nightmares. It's called theming. I like it very much. So, yeah, we got ourselves that. We can now do stuff. Yeah, we know where the boss's room is because of the dungeon map and the compass, so let's head on over that way. And because we can jump, this is no longer a challenge for us. We can hop over this, and... Sorry about that, I chickened out because I didn't think I had the right item equipped. This is the Rolling Bones. Yeah, I don't know where they got that name for a adorable little pink grimace thing, but hey. He's a really simple first boss. All you do is just hit him with your sword, he gets knocked back against the wall, and when you kill him, he drops a fairy. He also makes this warp appear. If you go into it to see where it goes, dungeon entrance. So, should you die, or should you mess up, or you just want to leave, you can do that and come back to where you fought the mid-boss. No problem. So, note that I said mid-boss. That's because we got the Nightmare's door right up there, which that was not the Nightmare. If we head down here... Eerie foreshadowing for that boss ahead. Yeah, hanging skeletons. Yeah. Alright, so. Let's head in here and check it out. Buzz, Buzz, Outsider. This is Moldorm, the first major boss in Link's Awakening. What you're supposed to do is jump around and, well, make it so that he can't hit you, but I find just swinging the sword like a maniac is the best way to go. Should he hit you, you will go down that pit right there, and you will end up where those hanging skeletons are, have to climb back up and start the fight all over. He takes less hits than the mid-boss. Yeah, he takes 4, whereas the mid-boss took 8. On top of that, I'll say this straight up, that is the hardest boss for the first 3 quarters of the game. I am not lying. Link's Awakening's bosses are kind of the weak part of it, if you ask me. But heading up here, check it out. We got the Full Moon Cello. We got an instrument just like the owl told us to. And... swamp. A path opens. In the blooms. Hoot! That is an instrument of the sirens. I have to admit, at first I did not believe you were real. That instrument, along with the 7 others in the set, has the power to wake the Windfish. You must collect them all. I was instructed to give you directions. Your next goal is north, in the Gaponga Swamp. Hoot, indeed. So we already know where that is because of that sign we saw in the mysterious forest. But yeah, I will say that until the day I die. Link's Awakening has not very good bosses. That is kind of the weak part of the game. I still think it's a great game, and heck, a lot of good games have kind of disappointing bosses. I mean, hey, look at Sonic CD. I don't know. I can't really say that I enjoy the bosses. Hey, buddy, it's serious. Yeah, real serious. Yeah, it is. The Moblins came to the village. Yeah, that's right. A whole gang of Moblins. Then, it's for real. They all went to the house. Yeah, that house. And then they did something at Bow Wow's house. It was really bad. See, it was a really bad scene with the Moblins. So, I mean, it might be faster to find out for yourself what happened. And Bow Wow seems to be gone. So they weren't kidding. What do you have to say? Aye, it's terrible! My Bow Wow was dognapped by moblins! Oh, please somebody, help my poor Bow Wow! Well, I like Madam Meow Meow. So, we'll do that in the next episode. Next time on Link's Awakening, we'll be looking for Bow Wow. I say we should look to the north because that is where we're supposed to go anyway, and with any luck, maybe he'll be there. See you guys then.